Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know we have Mulcharmy Meows from Legendary 5D's decks. Again, this card is high in demand right now. It's best selling right now. Why? Because card only has still 3 prints ever since it came out. And again, the secret rare, as we've been discussing on the channel, it's been going parabolic, guys. It's $35 card. Pretty soon is going to be a 40-piece wings from Wingstop. So again, this secret rare has been going up and up and up. So what does the common do? It comes out and a V-shape recovers. It was around 850s. V-shape recovery is now around 9, 10s, you know, pushing 10s. You do have the walls here and there, but pretty soon this card can become money. So throughout the weekend, today I just want to talk about, you know, some of the best-selling cards in the Yu-Gi-verse, in the Yu-Gi-Oh space that you might want to consider getting exposure to. Of course, it does matter, you know, if from here the card could go down, if it could go up, you know, that influences decisions. But at the very least, you're gonna get the 10 to 13% discount on a staple hand trap Mulcharmy like this. So if you need it, I mean, it's not bad to, again, like last time we discussed this card, we said position of strength. You want to, at the very least, even if it's early, get your play set. Sure, if it goes down, oh man, I should have bought it when it is now, when it, you know, it went down, then you get more. You get exposure, you invest into an additional play set, things of that nature, and you average that cost down by doing so. So again, at single digits, you want to get access to these, we get it. They're commons, they should be readily available, they should be easy to get, they should be lower in price, we understand. But the market is the market, and you know, with these staples behind the Legendary 5D's decks, yes, they're getting reprinted, but you know, don't let these get hard to get. Don't let it be a $15 to $20 common. I mean, we're living in trying time, boys, and different times when it comes to, you know, some of these Yu-Gi-Oh reprints. And it's crazy. These commons back in the day, they would have gotten reprinted. They would have been like $3.99, like for a common, you know. But right now, because of the product that came in, you know, and there was like some distro issues getting it out to everywhere, to stores and retailers, things of that nature. You know, these commons, I would have taken them for granted. Right now, you got the Cyber Weekend deal. I'm right there. Take advantage of it. Don't miss out. I'm right there, you know, because again, you have that wall. Just get your playset. That's what I would be doing. If I would want or need this card, I would come in and just get my playset right now. Take the kickback while I can get it right there. Get access to my playset. Even if as commons, the difference is $25, guys. If you don't buy this version, the next cheapest version is the secret rare at $35, pushing 40s pretty soon. So considering that information, I would be taking advantage of what could be seen as a deal right now because of the kickback, especially compared to future prices. No one would be surprised to see this common at 15 bucks. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, it's a common, but it is meows, you know, it's going up in price. People need them right now, so definitely make those considerations, you know, today if you still want to take advantage of the Cyber Weekend deals. Then we do have Mulcharmy Purulia, same deal. This card was $8 the other day when we last touched base. Now it's 1150s, and pretty soon same as a meows. Hopefully, if you needed it, you picked it up back then when we were talking about it. But if not, I mean, this could be seen as your last chance where you take advantage of the kickback. And of course, it's not to say that these cards have to continue going up. They could have a retracement back down to the mean. Some walls of China might come in. You never know, right? We understand. But at the same time, the demand is extremely high for these Mulcharmy hand traps. You know, and again, this card was like crazy in price. You need to understand, this card was what, like 40, 50, 60s, at one point even 80 bucks, you know, and now people see it at 10, 11 bucks, 8 bucks. They're gonna come in. They're gonna be like, you know what, I just need access to the card, to its effect, to being able to play it inside my deck. So again, don't take these for granted. Just take the kickback. Hopefully you picked it up at 8 9s. Now it's 1150s. Don't let it be 13s, and then 15 to 20 piece McNuggies from Mickey D's. All right, you take care of your due diligence. You do as you must, and you get exposure at least to having access to the card. I mean, take advantage of this deal and steal, you know, compared to potential future prices, especially with the kickback going on. It's Purulia, man, and I get it. Cycles in and out of particular formats. You know, some formats people use it less, depending on, you know, the top tier meta and how effective it is or not, and things of that effective it is or not against certain matchups. But having access to it today, if you're in an advanced format, you play modern Yu-Gi-Oh, like you need to have access to it. So don't let it get too crazy. you know, reach higher and crazier prices right now. I would play the safe side, get a playset. If it goes down, just buy more as an investment from there on out. Then we have Mulcharmy for wallows, of course. Again, this one came out at 11 pushing 12s, came down to 890s, and right now is straight right back up to those previous prices. Crazy. Look, this is the common, mind you. Like we always say when it comes to this one, you know, excuse me guys, you might as well pick up the holographics. The holographics from Stampede, I think it was, the Rarity collection. Just pick and choose one of those. Even if you pay a little bit of over a premium, like in the sense compared to these prices, in the sense of a high rarity like the PUR and the PCR and the PSR and all them P's and all the Mars, you know, or even the Ultras or the Supers, like at this stage and age and point of things, unless you want matching commons for some reason, like, yo, I'm gonna pick up all my Mulcharmy's commons now because all three of them came commons and I want them I get it. But if it's not something around those lines of things, then just go. I would be going to get the other holographic versions. But if this is the one that you want, again, volume is picking up. This card is staple-ish, as you guys know, the best Mulcharmy. Single-digit listings at 9s. And pretty soon it could be 15s and beyond. This is crazy. One page only, guys. This card had walls and walls of China. This is insane. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, they just see it that way. They're like, this is technically the cheapest version. You know, it's a common. Let me just get it. And it just came out and this and that and the third. And poor Billy, instead of getting one of the holographics, they're coming in to get the commons. But it is what it is. That's crazy that this is going to be a $15 common sooner rather than later. And it's insane, man. It's not a cool feeling when you get a reprint of a card, common, that you expect, oh, it's going to be $5. We always said that $5 would have been like straight. When these cards first got announced and came out, you know, in the pre-sales, we're like 5 bones. Come on now, man. They're commons. Like, that would be the fair price. Fair. We would live in a fair world. These common Mulcharmies would be $5 each. Max. Ideally $10 for a playset. Talking about commons, man. Not the game. Talking about practice. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, man. Oh, man. Shout out to Allen Iverson, man. The true one, the real one, man. Those were the good old days. If you know, an NBA guy, if you're into basketball. But again, hey, this is crazy. That we were talking about fair expected prices. Sometimes you don't get them. Sometimes the market decides to not provide those based on supply and demand. And this is insane. Like, this is messed up, man. If I'm being honest, you know, like if you're reprinting a common, like the whole point of having a common, in my opinion, is to have it readily available, accessible to the masses. I'm not saying this has to be 50 cents or $1. I'm not saying that. But could it be 3 to 5s? Like, damn, man, like that's the whole point. But that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. Don't buy this common. I wouldn't be buying this common. I'd be getting one of the holographics unless you need the matching rarities. But hey, if you need to get any of these cards, first link in the description down below brings you right here. You get access to this full board of cards with the charts, with everything at your convenience. If you want to fast track each and every single card that we will be talking about today, make sure you don't miss out. First link in the description down below. Come get your free Market Watch course, guys. Free Market Watch course, $15 off right here. Don't miss out on whatnot. Take advantage, man. $15 off right now. You don't want to miss out. X in Discord so you can participate in our current giveaway. And right now, this is the Yummy Core right there, the budget Yummy Core for you guys right here. We're giving this away. You don't want to miss out. You want to get access and exposure to this core right now. I mean, Yummies, they're still viable. They're in the meta, man. Don't just believe, oh, branded Dracotail or this happened or that happened. Like, hey, it's Yummy, man. Pure Yummy made it to YCS Bolognese finals, so no better time to have a budget core right here. Link in the description down below for free participation. Just follow these right here and make sure you subscribe. Ring that bell, like the video on the way in. We'll gladly appreciate it. None of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. So again, some of these cards are hot right now. Some hot deals going on in the sense that a lot of people are taking advantage of the kickback and just getting cards they need. And Gravekeepers inscription is one that, you know, it's at a new 3-month high. The last 90 days, it hasn't been at a higher price. And even 6-month chart, crazy. It's back to the yearly high. You know, pretty much is pretty close to all-time highs. Insane for a card that was $1 and some change. Just literally V-shaped, recovering off the lows and revisiting the previous highs. Crazy. 18 listings only. You have a couple here, and then it goes to 9s, and eventually the walls are at 972s. Eventually it becomes a double-digit card at the bottom of the page. That is a big wall of China of 700 plus copies. But again, that's what you want to be watching. You know, you want to be watching this previous high you know, because if it surpasses that on an average price, $8.87, then it's going to go revisit this wall. Not revisit, visit this all-time high wall right there before potentially breaking it eventually and then reaching price discovery mode. So yeah, volume is picking up. A lot of people getting access to this card. We've been telling y'all that this card is just a great card to have. And now again, look, even 3-month high for the OG secrets, which are also at around $8. You can pick and choose both rarities. I mean, they're readily available at these current $8 prices. So just pick your rarity of choice. 26 listings, guys. So people are coming for inscription. As you can see, listings are getting lower. And even though you have some walls of China, don't take this card for granted, because if the demand keeps going, it could definitely become a double digi card. Then we have the Fallen and the Virtuous. Just wanted to give you guys an update through the weekend. I mean, the volume has been going up for this Starlight Rare, which is currently still around 160s, but you only have a couple one-ofs, and then the walls are at 180s. After that, wall of China does goes, you know, into the 200-300s right there. 14 listings. So again, this is the high end, but if you're into this, if you want this version, just keep it in mind, this is super scarce. And even though you see these walls of China, these won't last too long. Eventually we could see this card reach, you know, the 300. You get 1,000 a band for a playset of these. Something to keep on your radar. The secret rare is still hovering around, you know, $10 right here. Hey, volume is picking up. I came in and bought my playset, 53 listings, just to have access to the card. Is more of an investment per se. If I would like really need it, I mean, I would prefer the secrets, but I'll probably just play the ultras to have, you know, a couple of those laying around, a little stack. But yeah, $10 again. And there's not only ones and two ofs here. There was many walls of China here and there. It does go to 1050s at the bottom of the page, 19 copies right there, 53 listings. So, you know, if you need the secret, man, I'm telling y'all, no better time to pick it up than now. You don't want this to hit 15s at the previous all-time highs, or even a 20 piece or 25s, as some people were even paying for this card, because I believe it becomes that relevant, not just now, but also into the future. So yes, it's readily available. The structure deck just came out, but once it gets hard to get, people ain't cracking this open anymore. This card has a lot of potential across all three rarities, but especially the mid-max secret. You don't want to miss out. And then when it comes on a budget, you know, I ordered like an additional R09 plus I already had 11. I think I have like 20 of these. You know, the goal, you know, I need 5 more. I'll probably order it later today, have 25, and then just keep picking up as many of these as I can. Again, just to get exposure and access to it. You can see this volume candle through the weekend coming in, taking advantage of the deals. I'm right here after retrace back down to the mean. And this is when you want to buy, man, into these walls of China. Just get however many you feel comfortable with. Like we always say, it's not official financial advice, you know, so just pick whatever you're comfortable with. You know, if you just need your own personal playset, then get it now. You know, that's what I'd be doing. If you want to invest into it, same deal. Don't take these walls and these prices for granted. That's good. We're, hey, heading into December, but then once January, February comes around, YCS season reheats up. People need this card, new branded support and all that hype. We expect this card to at the very least 2x from these current prices conservatively. Might even 3x. Card as an ultra might be double digits. It might. I know it seems as a stretch, you know, it's like it's readily available. You see these walls here now, and that's the whole point. You have to have that vision. You take advantage of the move now. So this is your last day to take advantage of the kickback. If you don't have this card, you know, I don't know what you're waiting for. We're keeping it simple, man. At the very least, exposure. Anywhere from an R03 to an R09. That's at the very least, you know, on the low end, because I can see this card at least 2xing. Like, this is a free 2x. Literally free, and that's conservatively, guys. So I mean, the card was already $170, and now the walls are at 270s, and then there'll be 370s, and then 470s, 570s. Guys, you heard it here first, guys. Then we here have K904 noaroy. A lot of people are taking advantage of the high-end Yugioh markets too. You know, they're gonna spend that big money. They're, you know, 10%, 10 to 13% on big money. You can feel it. It does make a difference. And noaroy Starlight was 113s, and now gone. 4 listings only. You only have 4 copies left in the market, starting at 150s, and then it goes to 170s. Gonzo, literally disappearing out of the market. People came in, you know, and they cleaned this card out. Crazy, cleaned it out. You know, as we can see here through the weekend, this card vanished. So if you want it, I mean, you know, it's kind of steep compared to 113s, but we'll see, man. A lot of hype around this card, around the K9 engine with Vanquish Soul K9 making a comeback over there on the other side of the pond. YCS Bolognese. So Starlight Rare here. Hey, crazy, crazy, crazy. Cleaned out by Mr. Clean. Bought out. Let me know what you guys think. Then we have the regular version, the ultra rare. Wow, what a beautiful W-shaped recovery. And again, I think we already drew this when we were discussing what the YCS. And by the way, tomorrow we'll be discussing YCS Merida in Mexico, guys. So stay tuned for that, just to go over the event and see what went off, what won, and the representation and things of that nature. So stay tuned. But right now, W-shaped recovery off the lows, playing out clear as day. You have the walls at around 28.45s, and then it becomes a 30 piece, 22 listings. So yeah, volume is picking up. Card is heating up right now as it revisits the previous all-time highs. Yeah, of course, a lot of resistance supply-wise right here at that level, but if that's breached, it'll hit 30, 35s, maybe even a 40 piece. The potential is there. We'll continue to monitor this best-selling card for you. There we go. We have K917 Azuna, another one that continues his V-shaped recovery. Right now it's pushing 18s, and that's where you see the walls of China, 58 listings. And as I've been telling you guys, since we talked about it at 12s, shout out to Aaron McInnes. We had him on the channel. Since we discussed this card at around 12s, it's pushing 13s. It's been playing out. V-shaped recovering here. And yeah, $20 seems to be that next target. And of course, there's supply here. It'll take some time, but volume is heating up. It's picking up, guys. So if you need your Azunas, we've been talking about this card is best selling. You want to take advantage of staple-ish cards like these with the 10 to 13% kickback. Make sure you don't miss out. Then we have Dracotail Arthalion. We were talking about this Starlight Rare the other day at around 29 bucks. I think 27, 28s, right? And now the card is 35. So you have two there, then it pushes 38s and eventually goes to 43s and beyond. So here it is, 20 listings. I was telling you guys when we touched base on the card to pick it up, and right now, like right now, yeah, you're not buying 28, 29, 30s, but if you still need this card, I would just buy right now. 16 listings. I wouldn't want to wait until it hits 45 to a 50 piece. Hopefully you picked it up when we were talking about it, but if not, this is your last chance before it continues going up due to the current volume coming in. This is considerable volume, guys. You can see the candles right here. Hey, it's going to be a 40 to 50 piece, maybe even beyond, man. We told you guys to get exposure. Hopefully you did. Excuse me, for the high end like this, because we expected it, man. After YCS Bolognese, it was the other one. What was it? The one that break? Oh yeah, Pittsburgh. After Pittsburgh, we were recommending people to pick this card up, and now it's panning out. That's crazy. Yeah, we always saw it happening. And the ultra rare went from $4 pushing 5s to 12s. Right now it's hovering around 11 pushing 12 still. So 29 listings, and yeah, this card could be 15 to 20s. These core set ultras, well, it's not core set, side set ultras like from Justice Hunters. Yes, a lot of people cracked the set, but it's hard to get it ready. Who's opening Juhu? Like, let's be serious. You feel me? So if you need this card, I wouldn't let it be 15 to 20s. I would be taking advantage of the sweet Cyber Weekend deal right now and doing my due diligence. And here we have Dracotail 5 mena. Again, this card used to be 20 bucks. It's been crashing down to 9s. But look at this volume candle. What a volume candle. Insane. The second largest volume candle in the last 30 days. And when it comes to the 3-month, it's been the second largest volume candle in the last 2.5 months, guys. So again, a lot of people are rushing in. They're picking up their Dracotail engine, 71 listings, and we get it. We have walls of China at single digits at different points, around 960s, between that range. We understand. But again, this is when you want to pick up. You want to pick up the deck core now. Again, these cards have a long life cycle, and that's when Juhu came out. That's what we were talking about. Justice Hunters, we were saying, guys, yeah, these prices matter now. They're fluctuating. They're very volatile, but they're going to have a long life cycle, probably even into this next year's Nats or upcoming Nat season, next year's in the summertime. So you never know, man. So telling you guys, branded Dracotail's a thing. Keep it in mind. The deck is alive and well, and you can see the volume picking up here fast. So don't take it for granted. You don't want this to hit double digits before you get it if you need it, maybe even as an investment. 71 listings, definitely make those considerations. And on that same note, the Dracotail bandwagon, it's another card that they need and they play, which is Secreterion Dragon. I mean, again, we were talking about this card hitting 25 and retracing back down to like 15, 16, 17 bucks. Last time we talked about it, just telling you guys to pick it up. And now volume is still coming in for this card. This card is still consolidating sideways. And yeah, it's around 1839s. You have the R9s, the R11s right there, a 14 wall, but the 14 wall is at 22s already. So don't take this card for granted. It's been in the teens. We've been telling you guys pick it up after the retracement back down to the mean. So volume is picking up through the weekend. 25 listings, and don't let it be a $25 card at the bottom of the page. Again, if you need it now, you buy it at 18s and some change, you get the kickback, and then you're gonna be laughing at the markets. 25 listings once the card revisits 25s, and who knows if maybe even beyond. So definitely want to keep on your radar as it continues to be best selling. You know, you want to take advantage of it. And then again, like, that's the thing, like that's why we always talk about men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. Like, these charts are so powerful. So powerful. You can clearly see that there's like a support line here right there, like just holding that price right there, guys. Holding it, not letting go down, not letting it retrace even more to 15s or less, you know, under $15. Just holding strong. What does that mean? That the buy pressure is strong, and that we expect, you know, most likely a further eventual retest of the highs right there. Damn, that arrow is not a beautiful one. You know, probably a retest right there eventually, you know, to that $25 mark. That's what we're expecting right now, just based on the volume, based on the demand, based on the strong support here after the retracement. So these are quick deals. Like, there's no need for you to pay $25 for a card that is 18s right now. You feel me? So definitely make those considerations. Then we have Dominus Impulse, guys. You know, we're talking about the Rage of the Abyss version because we're going to be talking about the 10 version early next week. So as we can see here, the card was 91s, crashed down to 33s, went back up to 55s, crashed back down to 40s. So this card has definitely been volatile, but the volume is picking up as of late, as you can see here on the 3-month, the largest 3-month volume candle in the last 90 days. People are coming in and getting their staples throughout the weekend. Kickback, man, it matters. 35 listings. You have a couple 1s and 2s near the low 40s at around 140, 169. And it does go towards 45s at the bottom of the page, 4 pages only. So again, until this card gets another reprint, we would not be surprised to see this $40 card reach 50s and beyond once again. So definitely make those considerations, especially through this weekend. If you need staples like these, no better time to pick them up than now, literally, guys, as you make those considerations. Same as the quarter century secret rare card was around 180s. Volume has been picking up, and now is essentially a $200 card, guys. You know, it does have, you do have 5 at 197s, but then it reaches the 200s, then 240s, then crazy prices at the bottom of the page, 1 page only, 9 listings, single digit listings, guys. So hey, people picking up even the higher end when it comes to some of these staples. So definitely something that I wanted to make you guys aware. We have Dominus Purge, again, a card that was in the low 20s, you know, and again, this is the info version, the first that OG secrets. And look at these volume candles. People rushing in. They want to build their yummy deck cores and have access to this card. $22, 30 listings here with a place up. But then it quickly goes to 25s. Then a 30 piece at the bottom of the page. Of course, you have a couple play sets, 4 and 5 listings here, 9 copies here. The R09s. And, hey, but keep it in mind, man, the way that the volume is picking up, these could all disappear by tomorrow. So don't let this card be a 30 piece. If you really need this card in this staple, still hasn't gotten reprinted. Who knows if and when, other than the 10 reprints. So just keep it on your radar. If you need cards like these, they're staple-ish for a reason. People are going to be rushing in. These volume candles are literally a telltale sign. We had back-to-back largest 3-month volume candles in the last 90 days, back to back. That tells you everything you need. In the last 3 months, no one cared enough for this card to buy it as much as they did throughout the weekend, guys. Taking advantage. That's the thing, like, there's no better time to buy staples than when you have a 10 to 13% kickback. You feel me? Because the staple is liquid if you want to move it, you know, even as an investment, and then you already saved 10 to 13% straight off the rip. So, you know, something to keep in mind. We have Dominus Spyro, the other Dominus card from Doom of Dimensions. We talked about this one recently, so not going to go too crazy on it, but definitely wanted to highlight that the volume, look at this monthly volume candle. Crazy volume candle, guys. So keep it in mind as volume comes in. You know, essentially the card is a $10 card now. So if you need it, you don't want to pay over that. Don't let it hit 15s one day. You do as you must, and you take care of your business. Then we have Marshmallow Yummy. Again, this card is still 45s. It was in the low 40s, V-shape recovering off the lows. So 40 listings. People that are picking up Yummy deck cores for the cheap, this is going to be their missing piece. So the demand is going to always be there. You know, right now it's at 45 bucks with Walls of China. That's great if you need it. You know, but yeah, sure. Could it go down to 40 bucks thanks to the supply again? Sure. But could it also be a $50 card because people just rush in? As you can see with these volume candles, yes, they can. Yes, it may. So keep it in mind. You know, this card has a long life cycle. Just came out. Won't get reprinted anytime soon. So if you need it, literally no better time to get exposure to this best-selling card. Then we have Mitu Booty Ritual. Again, this card was 38s, crashed down to 20s, 19s, but the volume is picking up, man. 44 listings, you're still around 19 bucks. You know, no better time between 19 and 20s to get exposure. Sure, could it be a $15 card? Anything is possible. But in the meantime, there's still Mitu Yummy variants out there. So don't take it for granted. The card is at 19 to 20s. Like if you need it, you always wanted to play Mitu, you know, the engine, and you want this card. What a life cycle this card has had since it's gotten reprinted. I'm sorry, printed in Supreme Darkness. But yeah, if you need it now, it's way better to pay 19s than to pay, you know, into the mid to high 20s as it was not too long ago before it started, you know, crashing down. Then we have Albon the Sanctifier Dragon. This card hit a 50 piece, you know, and let me see on the 1 month. Yeah, kind of a double top formation, and now retracing back down to the mean, which is 40s here. Volume has been picking up through the weekend. So yeah, 22 listings. Card is around 40 bucks. Quickly goes to 45s and eventually to 50s in page 2. So yeah, if you need it, of course, the card used to be super cheap, but if it's time sensitive, like okay, you missed out on lower prices, you just need it now. 40s is much better than 50s and beyond, and I don't think this card is done. Just naturally, people taking profits, you're gonna have that retracement back down to the mean, right? But I still think this card has a second leg up status before it would ever get touched on the ban on the feet, you know, the upcoming next ban list early next year, especially due to the branded hype. So if you need this, like if I would need this card, I would be buying it right now, but that's just me. Then we have Sky Striker Ace Zero. This card from Duelist Advanced, still making new highs, guys. $29 here. And then it goes to 35s at the bottom of the page. It's a Sky Striker card, man. So again, a lot of people love their Sky Strikers, and essentially is at an all-time high in price discovery mode at 29. So yeah, I mean, essentially the card after these 7, it's a $30 card, and then it goes to 35s, guys. So this card is becoming money. We were talking about this card at 18 bucks, bro. Telling people just buy it. It's a Sky Striker card, Jay, but it's getting reprinted in X deck and Y deck and the legendary modern decks and this and that and the third. Here we are pushing 30s. Just as me and the Crystal Ball said. Why? We had multiple double bottom booty shape recoveries, guys. So it was as clear as day. Hopefully you had your copy, and if you don't, I mean, especially if you just need one or you know, like just you're paying a premium, but take advantage of the kickback at this point before the card could potentially become 35 to 40s. Then we have Sky Striker Ace Azalea, and hopefully they do get reprinted in that legendary, that modern decks, whatever that's called. Hopefully they do, especially a card like Azalea that needs a reprint. You know, card is off the $40 highs, retracing back down to the mid to high 20s. And right now we're in the mid 20s at 25 bucks. 39 listings. Like literally, if you need this card, I would come in at 25. Sure, it could potentially get a reprint next year around spring or whenever, you know, that set comes out. But yeah, $25 does go to 28s. This card has the potential to revisit back, you know, up to the 30s. Because it's that volatile. This card has been extremely volatile in its nature, and right now you're just getting that retracement back down to the mean off the highs before potentially having a next leg up. So definitely keep this single print secret rare in mind. There you go. Then you have Dogmatica Flirtless the Thunderbolt. This card is retracing back down to the mean. Why? Because it was first 10 bucks, then it went up to 18s, and now crashing back down to 14s. 53 listings. You have a couple one-ofs, a playset. So anything under 15s is good for this card. You have Walls of China coming in. The supply is coming in. That's good. Volume has been picking up as of late throughout the weekend. So no better time to pick up this card. Of course, the best time was around 10, 11 bucks. But, you know, after reaching 18s, pushing 20s, you know, you want to wait for that retracement and then you get in. You know, sure, could this card keep going down into the 13, 12s? Anything is possible, but it could also rebound from here. So I would be getting exposure right now, especially with the kickback deal. Then we have Kaiba the Legend. This card is legendary. It was 850s, went up to 16s, retracing back down to the mean, and now it's just volume is picking up, card. You have a couple walls of China here at 13 bucks, but then after that it goes to 14 fitties, then 15. So 25 listings. If you need this card, you take advantage of the retracement here. You buy around 12s and some change right here. It's readily available with the wall of China, but volume is picking up, so definitely one to consider. And we have Red Nova. We just told you guys earlier this week that it was spiking up due to killer tunes, and the card went from 5s all the way to double digits, and now it's still holding that $10 level strong with the wall of China, pushing almost 11s. But after that wall, literally goes to 16s right there, and then goes to crazy prices. So single digit listings at 9. One to keep in mind, volume has continued to be healthy as people are getting ready to pick up their killer tune decks, and they actually need to get access to this card, because the common is still holding 5 strong. Went up 3x to 5, still holding it strong even with the walls of China. The volume has stayed consistent right here. So yeah, these walls are competing with each other, but it's still around $5. So me, I would just get the secret rare. Literally, for an extra $5, I'd pay the double premium to get access to a secret rare max rarity. Psh, man, that's crazy. Then we do have a Bao Q, the lightless shadow. This card just double bottom booty shape recovery, as we discussed early in the week, in 16s, and yeah, that's a big wall of China, I won't lie. But after that wall, the card could hit 19 to 20s. So if you need it, just buy into the volume and get it right now before it could potentially become more expensive. Then we have Gorgon of Zilthonia, another link monster here from Duelist Advance. In this case, went up, retraced back down to the mean, and this is where you want to buy. When something goes straight up like this off the lows, people are going to take profits. They're going to move their copies. So again, retracement back down to the mean. Massive new wall of China coming in here right under $9. But after that, it could easily become a double-digit card, 40 listings only. So something to keep in mind. We have Dark Magician Girl, the Magician's Apprentice. We were talking about the secret rare earlier this week, I believe so. But yeah, didn't mention the max rarity, which was, if you go to the yearly here, around 129s, and yeah, still around 135s. But it quickly, starts going up, and then at the bottom of the page starts getting ridiculous at the 300s. One page only, 9 listings only. So you do have a 5 wall here and a couple 1s and 2s, but then eventually it goes straight to 300. So this card is a DMG on the artwork. Card looks beautiful. If you need it and you're into the high end, like literally no better time to pick it up than now, thanks to the kickback. So don't sleep on it. We have Chaos Angel. This card, wow, look at this volume candle. You can see it as clear as day. The wedge pattern right there. It's $35. We were talking about it at 30s. And after a couple, literally goes into the 40s, mid 40s right there. 2 pages only, 17 listings. And I believe last time we did discuss this card, we were talking about this wedge pattern right here. Just telling you guys, like, don't take it for granted, man. The chart is telling us that this is a wedge pattern formation right here. And you connect these dots right there. Look at that. Look at that. Guys, like we've been saying here on the channel, triangles. Geometry class paying off. Oh man, right there. Look at that wedge pattern formation. It's just coiling up before what? Doing most likely this to a new local high. So yeah, man, the yearly high was $40. We're $5 away from revisiting that. 17 listings only, and I do think we're gonna get right back up there. Probably even make a new all-time high. The way things are looking at right now, there's not too many left in the 30s. If you need it, like just. Sure, this card, we expect a reprint for it, but until that happens, this card could hit a 50 piece, 45 to 50s. That's the projection based on it. So, man, crazy. We have Cassie refener. This card, double top and pattern, a double top formation, coming down to 12s. Volume is picking up. So, yeah, I mean, around 12 to $13. 80 listings. Like, if you need it, why not? Cards like these, they could go down to 9 to 10s, or they can also go back up to 15 to 16. So, it's just, there's some cards that are staple-ish. And yes, they cycle in and out of formats, but people always want them. Just one to keep in mind if you need it. Just a great card to have access to, especially as the volume is picking up here near the lows. Great time to get exposure. Then we have Primite Dragon Ether Barrel. V-shape recovered off the $10 lows. It says 1382s. You have a couple 1s and 2-ups. Then the card is 15s. Crazy, quickly going to 19 to $20 at the bottom of the page. Only a couple 1s and 2-ups separating this here. 32 listings. If we clean this up janitor style, we can see right here. Yeah, man, it becomes a $20 card at the bottom of the page. Just craziness going on for this card. 27 listings. So the Primite hype is here once again. And yeah, man, crazy. So yeah, this card is best selling. So I would be buying these right here at 1350s if I need it right now. And if you want the first set OG Ultras from Suda, I would be picking it up right now. And then you do have the high end here that, you know, just disappeared, as you guys can see. Just a moment. Alrighty, the invisible card is back. So we have Primite Dragon Ether Barrel, the quarter century secret rare. Used to be 130s, crashed down to says to hundies. We're at 90s, so 20 listings only. As you can see, the lower rarities moving on up in price. You know, you definitely want to consider this one. And early next week, we'll talk about the secret rare just to give you guys an update. But yeah, this card is in the 90s right now. So if you want the high end, no better time at double digis before it revisits the triple digi mark. You have a couple play sets and one-ofs here available before it does actually crack back up into the triple digis. If you want this particular version, definitely one to keep on your radar. Then we have Primite Lordly Load. Again, talking about the rage of the best first at OG secrets here. You know, they hit 12s, went up to 14s, came back down to 12, 13s, and that's where we're at right now. So honestly, with the other versions being so close, the other secret rares, which we'll discuss earlier, you know, in this upcoming week, keep it in mind. Look at that, 13 bucks, goes to 14s at the bottom of the page. Like, I would be buying this version if I'm being, unless I prefer like the prismatic secret rarity specifically from the tins, then I would just be buying this one. Because it's the one that should retain more value if they all start going up, because it's the first at OG secrets. And you know, 35 listings, hey, 12 to 13s, you come in here 40 piece, $40 gets you a clean play set right here. I would be taking advantage of this right now. And then the high end, it's, you know, it was 70s and it's still around 74, 75s. It does go to 85 bucks towards the bottom of the page, 12 listings only. So if you're into the higher end, you love quarter centuries, you want the max rarity, anything double digis is great for this card. And yes, it is readily available between 75s and 85s, you know, with multiple play sets, we understand. But if you want the high end, you know, 75s, not bad, plus the kickback, you know. If you want the high end rarity, the max rarity, definitely make those considerations. And then when it comes to Vanquish Soul Canine, number C104 Umbro Horror Masquerade is making a comeback volume wise. Card was 66s, crashed down at 40s, a 40 piece, and now second largest volume candle in the last 6 months, guys. Crazy. In the last 6 months, insane. 180 days, I think it is. Crazy. And the card is still 40s. Right there, you have a wall of China, 5 copies of the Unlims. I would just come in if you need this card, if you're playing VS K9 again, like, or K9 VS, I would be buying it right here, 42 bucks for the first set. You know, if you just need it to play. 41 listings. This card needs a reprint. Crazy. Yeah, and look at this volume. Wild, guys. Wild. People coming in. So definitely something to keep on your back burner. We have Vanquish Soul Jiao Long. This card continues going up and up in price. It was 3 bucks. We discussed it at around like 9s, I think, single digits. It just kept going up. You have one at 15s. The walls are now $18. 10 listings only. Then it hits a 20 piece at the bottom of the page. 1 page only. Insanity has taken over this market, you know, this card right here. So just wanted to give you guys an update on this card. It's still making moves from Agog. Why is this thing only has the ultra and the quarter century, but never got the 10 reprint, man? So just wow, madness, craziness to see that pan out. Then we have Vanquish Soul Holly Sue here. Again, the card was 3 bucks. Volume has been picking up as of late, and it's still 350s. Not bad. If you need to replace it around 11 bucks post tax, definitely make those considerations, because eventually it does hit 5 to 550. So best time to pick it up is now at 350s. If you just want to play the deck, if you want to take it to locals, maybe even to regionals, definitely would consider picking this up sooner rather than later. And then we have Lunalight Gold Leo. The Starlight Rare was 40 bucks, bumping up to 55s, but then you only have 2 play sets and an extra copy at triple digis. You have 2 here at around 55s. Then it goes to 80s, then $100. Triple digis right there for the next play set. 5 listings only, getting cleaned out for the max rarity Lunalight Gold Leo, as people are rushing in to continue to play this deck. Then you do have the secret was 8s. Volume is picking up at 11s, and that's where we're at right now, about 11 bucks, 11 pushing 12. So 47 listings. So There you go. And lastly, if you made it this far out, 40 minutes in, you deserve this. Again, to know not just Malice P March Air making new local 3-month highs as expected. We always said this card was going to be $30, and we're just a couple of walls of Chinas away from reaching that result. But it's really the max rarity. No one's talking about the max rarity, and the secret is going from 25 to 30s. You might as well come in here if you love your quarter century secret rares. Card was 45s, it's picking up with volume. Now it's 56s. I mean, you just pay double and you get the max rarity. Might as well, because this one could reach triple digits and get cleaned out at the bottom of the page. As you can see here, 14 listings right here. So if you want the high rarity, no better time than to take advantage of the kickback. Take advantage of this right here, because this card may start going up with the Malice high going on right now. So definitely take advantage of that. Guys, if you made it this far out into the video, you're straight MVP. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share this in one place in the group chat. It really does go a long way, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, for your attention. Stay fresh.